Choosing a new TV or monitor often feels overwhelming, especially when faced with terms like OLED and LED. The wrong choice can lead to buyer's remorse, compromising your viewing experience or overspending on features you don't need. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand the fundamental differences between these display technologies but also confidently decide which one best fits your specific needs and budget. For most people, a display isn't just a screen, it's a window into entertainment, productivity, or creativity. Whether you're watching movies, gaming intensely, or working on critical visual tasks, the underlying display technology profoundly impacts your experience. The stakes are higher than ever, with displays representing a significant investment and a central part of our digital lives. So, let's unpack these two titans of visual tech, starting with the widely familiar LED. OLED, or light-emitting diode, is the backbone of what most consumers recognize as an LCD screen. The full term is LED backlit liquid crystal display. Essentially, an LED screen uses a layer of liquid crystals to block or allow light to pass through, forming the image. These liquid crystals don't emit their own light. Instead, they rely on a backlight, which, as the name suggests, is made up of LEDs. Imagine a tiny flashlight shining through a stained glass window. The liquid crystals are the window, and the LEDs are the flashlight. Now, not all LED displays are created equal. We typically see two main types of panels within the LED framework: IPS and VA. IPS, or in-plane switching panels, are known for their excellent viewing angles and consistent color reproduction, making them a favorite among graphic designers and those who share their screen with others. However, their contrast ratio, particularly black levels, often falls short compared to VA panels. VA, or vertical alignment panels, on the other hand, excel at delivering deep blacks and high contrast ratios, making them superb for movie watching in dim environments. The trade-off: their viewing angles are generally narrower, meaning colors can shift if you're not looking directly at the screen. Beyond panel type, how the LED backlight is implemented also makes a huge difference. Early LED screens often used edge lighting, where LEDs were placed along the edges of the display, illuminating the screen from the sides. While cost-effective and allowing for thinner panels, this method often struggled with uniform brightness and could lead to clouding or light bleed. Then came full-array local dimming, or FALD. This is a significant upgrade. With FALD, LEDs are spread across the entire back of the display, arranged in zones. Each zone can be individually dimmed or brightened, allowing for much finer control over contrast. If a scene has a dark area and a bright area, the LEDs in the dark zone can be turned off or significantly dimmed, while those in the bright zone can be fully illuminated. This dramatically improves black levels and overall contrast, bringing LED screens closer to OLED performance in dynamic scenes. The more dimming zones a FALD display has, the more precise its light control. Further pushing the boundaries of LED technology are Mini LED and QLED. Mini LED takes FALD to the next level by using vastly smaller LEDs, allowing manufacturers to pack thousands of these tiny lights into the backlight. This means even more dimming zones, leading to even more precise contrast control, reduced blooming around bright objects, and exceptionally high peak brightness. QLED, or quantum dot LED, is a separate enhancement that uses quantum dots, nanoparticles that emit specific colors when light hits them, to boost color volume and brightness. A QLED TV is still an LED backlit LCD, but with an added layer of quantum dots to achieve a wider, more vibrant color palette and higher brightness than conventional LED displays. Now, let's pivot to OLED, which stands for Organic Light Emitting Diode. This technology operates on a fundamentally different principle. Unlike LED displays that rely on a separate backlight, each individual pixel in an OLED screen is self-emissive. This means every single pixel can generate its own light and, crucially, can be turned completely off. This isn't just about dimming a zone, it's about extinguishing light at the pixel level. The implications of this self-emissive nature are profound. When an OLED pixel is off, it produces perfect black, true black, indistinguishable from the surrounding darkness. This allows for an infinite contrast ratio, meaning the difference between the brightest white and the darkest black on an OLED screen is unparalleled. Colors also pop with incredible vibrancy because they're not washed out by residual light from a backlight. Additionally, because there's no bulky backlight, OLED panels can be incredibly thin and even flexible, opening up new design possibilities. Within OLED, there are also variations. The most common in larger displays, like TVs, is WELED, or white OLED, primarily produced by LG Display. Here, each pixel has subpixels for red, green, blue, and an additional white subpixel. The white subpixel helps achieve higher brightness, but some purists argue it can slightly dilute color purity. More recently, QD OLED, or quantum dot OLED, has emerged, notably from Samsung Display. QD OLED combines the self-emissive properties of OLED with the color-boosting capabilities of quantum dots. This results in OLED's perfect blacks combined with even higher color volume and brightness, without the need for a white subpixel, leading to extremely pure and vivid colors. So, with both technologies thoroughly explained, let's compare them head-to-head on the most critical display metrics, helping you pinpoint the winner for your specific needs. First, black levels and contrast. Here, OLED is the undisputed champion. With individual pixel control, OLED achieves perfect blacks and infinite contrast ratios. Even the best feld or mini LED displays, while excellent, can't completely eliminate blooming, which is a faint halo of light around bright objects on a dark background. LED technology simply can't match OLED's ability to turn off individual pixels completely. This makes OLED screens exceptional for watching movies or playing games with dark, atmospheric scenes. Next, color accuracy and brightness. Both technologies offer excellent color accuracy, especially with modern advancements like QLED and QD OLED. However, LED, particularly mini LED and QLED, can achieve significantly higher peak brightness levels. This is crucial for viewing in brightly lit rooms and for making HDR content truly pop. OLED screens have improved their brightness considerably, but they still typically cannot reach the extreme peak brightness of top-tier LED displays without risking pixel degradation. So, if you watch content in a very bright room, an LED screen might offer a more impactful HDR experience. Moving to viewing angles and response time, OLED again holds an advantage. Because each pixel emits light directly, OLED displays maintain excellent color and contrast even when viewed from extreme angles. LED screens, especially VA panels, tend to show color shift and contrast degradation when viewed off-center. For response time, which is how quickly pixels can change color, OLED is almost instantaneous, often measured in fractions of a millisecond. This makes it ideal for competitive gaming, virtually eliminating motion blur. High-end LED monitors also have very good response times, but OLED is consistently superior in this regard. What about power consumption and longevity? OLED screens generally consume less power when displaying dark content because many pixels are simply off. However, with bright, all-white content, they can consume more power than an equivalent LED screen. A common concern with OLED is burn-in, where static images left on screen for extended periods can leave faint, permanent ghost images. While manufacturers have implemented sophisticated pixel shifting, refresh cycles, and other mitigation techniques, burn-in remains a theoretical risk, especially with sustained static elements like logos or HUDs in gaming. For typical varied usage, it's less of a practical concern, but it's something to be aware of. LED screens, by design, are not susceptible to burn-in. And finally, cost. Generally, OLED technology is more expensive to manufacture, meaning OLED TVs and monitors typically come with a higher price tag, especially at larger sizes. While prices have come down, LED, particularly standard FALD or edge-lit models, offers a more budget-friendly option for comparable sizes. You can often get a larger or brighter LED TV for the same price as a smaller OLED. So, which one is right for you? It really comes down to your primary use case and priorities. For cinephiles and serious gamers who prioritize perfect blacks, infinite contrast, and instant response times, especially in dim viewing environments, OLED is the clear winner. The immersive depth and visual fidelity are unmatched. This is particularly true for those who value cinematic quality and deep immersion above all else. If you're a gamer who plays a lot of fast-paced competitive titles, the near-instantaneous response time of OLED means virtually no ghosting or motion blur, giving you an edge. The vibrant colors also make game worlds incredibly lifelike. However, if your gaming involves long sessions with static HUD elements, you might consider the burn-in risk, though modern OLEDs are far more resilient. On the other hand, if you watch a lot of content in a brightly lit room, want the absolute brightest picture for HDR content, or are seeking a larger screen at a more affordable price, a high-end mini LED or QLED display is an excellent choice. These displays offer incredible brightness, vibrant colors, and excellent contrast that comes very close to OLED, often for less money. For productivity users or those who keep static elements on their screen for many hours, an LED monitor might be the safer bet due to the absence of burn-in risk. For everyday family viewing in a living room with ambient light, a bright QLED or mini LED TV will deliver a stunning picture without breaking the bank. It's also crucial to avoid a common misconception. QLED is not OLED. Remember, QLED is an enhancement of LED technology, while OLED is a completely different, self-emissive display type. Thinking QLED is a variant of OLED is like comparing an advanced gasoline engine to an electric motor. Both move a car, but their underlying mechanisms are entirely different. Don't let marketing terms confuse the fundamental differences. The future of display technology is also exciting. While OLED continues to evolve with greater brightness and longevity, and LED pushes limits with mini LED and micro LED, we're seeing convergence and innovation. The line between what's possible with each is blurring, but their core strengths remain distinct for now. Ultimately, the better screen isn't a universal truth. It's a personal choice based on your specific viewing habits, environment, and budget. Understanding these core differences empowers you to make an informed decision, ensuring your next display purchase truly enhances your digital life, rather than becoming a source of regret. If this breakdown helped you clarify the LED versus OLED debate, please consider subscribing for more deep dives into the tech that shapes our world. Stay curious. This is AI Unpacked.